Um, y'all know I moved out the country, and my focus is on other things now. The frequency here is the vibrational frequency here where I'm located at in Mexico is very, very high. I'm able to, right now, since I just moved, I'm in the process of getting myself centered. But I love the energy here. It's good high vibrational energy here. And it's allowed me to focus on a few things, okay? So I know things have been crazy, and you guys haven't seen me do any lives, and I've been quiet as hell. Now, I have been doing lives on my Telegram channel. So for those of you that are new, go onto the Telegram channel, click the OIC University link tree in the bio, click where it says my Telegram, and you're into the chat automatically, okay? That's all you got to do. So what I want to talk to you guys about, and before I get started on that, let me just say this one thing. I told you guys a while back there's going to come a point in time where you won't have me or others to lean on as much because the writing is on the wall. And it feels a little redundant when I come on here and talk about things that I talked about that I said was going to happen like last year, that I talked about that was going to happen at the beginning of this year, and now 2020 predictions part 2 June, and everything has just taken off ever since I did that last 2021 predictions, okay? So it's kind of like people are asking me, well, what do I do? And I'm like, I've been talking to you guys about this for over a year now, about what you're supposed to do. You guys need to get on my previous lives on my Instagram as well as my Telegram channel so you can figure out what it is that you need to do. One of the things I always try to push for everyone is to make sure that you got your shadow work done, because it helps you build inner strength. It helps you build character. It helps you get grounded. It helps you get centered. So when situations come about, you're strong enough and you have enough fortification to handle the things that are coming. And I talked about how Aquarius is not for the play. A lot of people was like, oh, Aquarius this, Aquarius that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, new age this, new age that. Not realizing that Aquarius has to break down old systems. Not realizing that if you're attached to the old systems, you're going to get broken down with it. Because you're not ready to accept the changes that are coming about. You're not ready to accept the new guard that's now here, the change of guard. You're not ready to accept it. Now, you may say, Isis, what do you mean? There's a bunch of craziness going on. They're trying to do this, they're trying to do that, blah, 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 blah. This is true. Everything that you guys think and you're seeing is absolutely true. But also understand that this was all written. This all has to come to pass. Okay? This all has to come to pass. Every single thing that you see happening right now is the destruction of the old guard. Now, you got certain people out here that made agreements with certain beings out here thinking that they were on the winning team, not realizing that they just sold themselves to the devil. So even though they think they may be on the winning team, that's temporary, like for now. But that's not going to last very long. Because the beings that they made their pacts with has an agenda that doesn't include the individuals who's currently assisting them and destroying the world, basically. Okay? And the people that are actually in the process of setting or putting this thing in motion aren't even human. Okay? So let's get that established. I want you guys to understand. So when you start talking to me about the stuff that I see going down in Cuba, the stuff I see going down in Australia, the stuff that I see going down in the UK, the stuff that's going on down here in America, the stuff that's going on down in Colombia and various different places of the world, this was planned. And remember, we were told that we were crazy, remember? We were the ones that were told we were crazy, that we were conspiracy theorists, ISIS this, ISIS that. Now, articles coming out about the moon wobbling, okay? And for some strange reason, only the United States is going to be affected by that. Now, you got to use some critical thinking when it comes to things like this. It's a big world. And if the moon is exactly what they said it was, if it's going to wobble, don't you think it would affect the entire planet? Why would it only affect the United States and the coastal areas of the United States? So we got to start critically thinking and asking questions like, First of all, we already know what NASA is. Never straight answer. We got that. So any report coming out from them, I'm already looking at them with 8 heads. So I'm not believing nothing that's coming out of their mouth. And let's just say for shits and giggles, okay, what they're saying is true. But they're not talking about the other planet that's being seen around the world that's, close to us. I put a picture up and I let you guys see it. You guys argue me up and down. Some of you guys argued me up and down and said this was a rainbow, this is a double rainbow, and you can clearly see that's a goddamn whole planet right there. And they have the ability to cloak themselves. They have the technology to cloak themselves. You guys don't know shit about Nibiru or what it's capable of doing. Okay? So they're not talking about that. Now, Mr. MB333 just put up a video tonight where he talks about this large object that's next to the International Space Station. You guys need to check out his video. It's really dope, and take a look at what the hell that is that's sitting next to that International Space Station. Okay? I want you guys to understand something. There's no such thing as aliens. Aliens do not exist. Now, interdimensional beings, yes. In other words, these beings are coming into the dome system, okay, interdimensionally through portals. This is real, okay? But I don't want you guys getting caught up in the matrix when I hear you guys say aliens, 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 and all that other stuff. Aliens are demons. I mean, if that's how you want to look at it, aliens are demons. So we're not talking about aliens. We're talking about interdimensional beings. Okay? And if you understand that there's more dimensions, and if you understand that we live on a flat plane, not flat earth, that sounds religious. I said a plane. Okay? A plane that does not rotate. The sun and the moon constantly rotates around the dome. Actually, the dome is rotating. If you guys take the time out to go outside and you stand still long enough, there are certain days where you can look up and you can actually see the dome actually rotating on its own. Okay? You can actually see that happening. This is the things that they don't want you to know about, but it's now out there. And now the theme is that everybody's going to be held accountable now to the things they do and the things they say out their mouth. Everybody's being held accountable now to all the lies that have been told. There's a lot of things that are coming to the forefront that we've turned a blind eye to, that now we realize we can no longer turn a blind eye to it anymore. So the people are fed up all the way around the world. Okay? But I'm going to say this one thing to y'all, and I never want you to forget this one thing. I'm going to say this one time and one time only, and I'm going to need you to remember. This is a program. This is a program. A program that was designed to self-destruct.